Hello and welcome back, friends of the channel, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, and newcomers alike. We are here once again with King Ricat. King Ricat the Traveler is about to make it home, but while he continues his journey, we're going to have a little bit of a talk about his family and the current situation, because there's some things we need to do. For example, two of his children, his twins, need to have guardians picked for them. These wars are continuing. They're gonna make me bankrupt if I don't do anything about them, so I might just have to abandon that, learn language. So this is a person on the journey who is going to help me to learn d'oil vulgar. So we're just gonna join us to our journey home, and yes, we're gonna do that. Our trusting means that we're slightly plus on this, even though we're usually afraid of new things. So she could just join right up with us. That's great. And we could talk about our children. So we have 9 children. We have our heir, who we've all seen before, Prince Cerneu ab Ricat. He is a somewhat accomplished martial character. You know, oh, our counselor died. Who was this? Oh, it was our bishop. Finally, our bishop died. And he's been replaced by someone who's slightly better. This is the second time in the series we have gotten a gay bishop. Well, you know, good on ya. That's just an interesting fact, really. It's a completely meaningless, interesting fact. So he's got 15 because of the sword he's carrying. He's pretty good. He'll do fine. He'll do fine. I don't think we're going to be playing as him, though, if things turn out the way I suspect, because I think this is probably going to finish in our lifetime. Now we're at 24 here. But maybe we'll see our way to Prince Cerneu with the new update coming out with Wards and Wardens coming up. We're gonna probably need to start something new then, because this save may not transition over. I am also inclined to end things before they go on too long, especially in these slow sort of roleplay based, deeply roleplay based series. I think they could drag on if you have to keep trying to think up new things to do over and over again. And I do have some ideas of what to follow this up with, so that's a thing too, but we'll see what happens. I mean, if we haven't finished our major goal, if we haven't turned Cornwall into the jewel of knowledge and culture that we expect it to by the end of this Ricat's life, then we will continue, because that's the purpose of the series, to make a glorious and prosperous Cornwall. We're up here in Hadrian's Wall. Let's go on to our next child. This is our eldest daughter, Princess Bjorngifu. She is one of the 2 children that our wife picked guardians for before we took over, and is thus Anglo-Saxon. She was married to this man who used to have land down in Iberia, but things have gone poorly for him, and he is now unlanded. We're going to just invite him to court, because we can, and she can come up here and live here. We might be able to find something to do with them. I don't know. Since we're not going to be doing any aggressive wars, because he's just not that kind of guy, I don't see us being able to find anything for him, but if something comes up, we might. So this is a hermit. We have already established that we are now skeptical about these hermits. So he's an old man. He is a mystic like we are, which is interesting. But no, let's just move on. Let's just move on. We've never seen anything good or even really important at all come from those mystics giving us their little predictions. We then have, let's just go and look for her, our second daughter, third child, Adelenta, Princess Adelenta. She is the second child that our wife sneakily made Anglo-Saxon. She is married to the Duke of Wessex, of course. She is pregnant with her first child by him. We have learned d'oil vulgar. And because we are such a good diplomat, we're always choosing the one that makes people like us better, because our purpose is to become well-liked, and learning these languages is a great way to make people like us even more. Now, the problem we're starting to get to here is that everyone already likes us. I think we've already learned Norse, so that's not going to really work. We could try to learn High German. That could be interesting, so let's do that. And then just looking back at our kids here. Minver, who we saw come of age last episode, getting a 3 here. He's currently serving in the military because he is a pretty good warrior. He's actually a better warrior than he is a commander, but that's fine. This is the heretic event. This guy is pounding grass flat. I don't think we're going to make a big deal about this. I don't think this is... Actually, you know, no, that's true. That's true. We would call this guy out. We are still a good Catholic, so we do need to remember that's the case. And we returned from our pilgrimage. These wars are starting to go on in a way that's really making us start to be in a financially poor position. We're going into debt, and we're going into debt at a pretty fast rate, so this guy has died. We could grab this king instead. He's the king of Croatia. We've actually been to Croatia before. So we're gonna pick him. We were at the capital of Croatia during our first big pilgrimage over here. Right, so it makes sense that we probably would know of this guy at very least. Maybe even visited his court while we were out there. I am really starting to be a little bit perturbed by how long this war is taking. Hopefully this last siege will end it, and when the siege ends it, we will be able to maybe disband. I don't know that we can afford to help our brother at this time. Could you? Could you do it before you lose the opportunity? Could you click it? Click it? Could you click it? You did it. You clicked it. Thank goodness. So let's send these guys home. We're still going to lose a bunch of money in the time it takes them to travel because we're losing our money so quickly. That's not really very good. Let's go back to looking at our kids, though. And we have our 2 Occitan daughters. They believe they are Occitan because their mother, who picked their guardians before we started playing the character, put them under the same guardian, and that guardian converted both of them to Occitan. This is a war in Spain. This just started. You know, we made some rules at the beginning about the degree to which we would go to wars. This is our brother-in-law. This is the husband of our sister. Would we commit when we're going bankrupt to this war? I don't think we would. I think we decline. I don't think we would. We simply can't commit to another war when we're already deeply in debt from the wars that we're already trying to participate in. Oh, a strange noise. I was born 49 years ago. It's a party, but because of Craven, I'm stressed by it. Oh. Had to take the large gift? It is a sword. That is the 3rd sword. So I think, just to continue the trend, not to our brother. That's our brother. We're not looking for our brother. We're looking for our son, our warrior son. We're going to give him the new sword. Now, how good is the new sword? It's +5. I mean, I don't think we would prefer the stronger sword for ourselves over our son, so we'll give that to him. That should make him much better at being able to handle any military situation he gets himself into. He doesn't seem to have equipped it, though. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Did he just divorce? Did he just get divorced? That must have been his, that must have been his regent that he just got rid of. Oh, yeah, he's got the family trait. Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Well, hopefully he still does fine in spite of now having the family trait. As I said, we have 2 daughters who became Occitan because of their guardian, and then we have our son here, Ilktharon. Ilktharon is turning out pretty good. He is being trained by this lady who, although not a, oh right, because he wants to, because we made him a steward. So he's being trained as a steward by her. She is married to our court tutor. We were kind of hoping that they might have kids, but it looks like that's not going to happen at this point, which is fine. That's fine. And then we have our twins. We have Zenor, and we have Sigric. And they are ready for Guardians. They both want to be intrigue characters. Let's see if we have anybody who can be a good guardian to them. Educate. Definitely not me. I'm not good at that at all. I mean, I'm not terrible at it. And I have pedagogy. Do we do this? This will probably make their education worse, but I think we're going to train these two kids ourselves. I think so. I think we're learning. I think we'd feel like we would do a good job. So our two youngest, our twins, we're going to make our own wards. And we're going to teach both of them how to stab. Is our wife any good at that? She is. So we could very easily probably increase the success of their education by switching over to court intrigue. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt any of the other things we have going. It doesn't lower our number of holdings or anything. It's hard to believe we're losing 15 gold per turn. What is that even from? It's all from raised armies. Okay. Actually, we lost money because she came off of what she was doing before. It does feel like that's enough to make a difference. But I don't think we can afford to lose that money, so maybe we'll consider changing it later. I think we'll consider changing it later. It doesn't make that much difference. Something else is what caused that. That's good to know, because then we could just do that. So there we are. That makes us adequate as guardians for our kids. Did our troops are still in the ocean. They still haven't landed yet. I feel like our brother will be able to handle this completely on his own, but that being said... No, I don't think so. I don't think we can break this siege. Not realistically. If I thought we could break the siege, we could just break the siege. This is our, this is of course Dumnareth, who also wants us to join a holy war because he is trying to expand in the north, I'm guessing. He wants Munster. Oh, he's heading over. Oh, he's heading to Ireland. Interesting. I am going to agree to help. Does he actually, like, critically need me? Arguably, he critically needs me. I can't afford to go to war for you right away, so I hope you have some plan, because I need to, like... I need to gain some money back, guys. Like, I get it. I do. I am the strongest brother, and I do need to uphold the alliance that we have between us, but you're asking a lot. Like, you're asking a whole lot. You hired some mercenaries, which seems to help. So, Aetheled has come of age. She is one of our two Occitan daughters. She is a charismatic negotiator. That's pretty good. That's 3. That's fine. We're happy with that. We're 100 gold in debt. We are 100 gold in debt, and we have really nothing that we can do to stop this debt. Except make some money for a while. Like, we can't... He has added some mercenaries. I don't know if those mercenaries are enough. He has made the horrid mistake of landing his 2 groups of troops separately, and that is going to literally probably get him to lose this battle, which he might have actually had a chance of winning. And I think with that, this war is probably basically over. Okay, we'll show the Duke in. So this is our daughter's husband, the Duke of Wessex. Yeah, that was a mistake, bro. You basically made this war unwinnable for you. I can eventually probably help you, but you want to arrange a marriage between my daughter and you yourself. You are a lustful, drunken, rakish guy. You are Russian? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. No, I don't think so. I think she'd be better off marrying some random guy in my court than going to you up there in the middle of nowhere where you'll have complete control over her life with your drunken rakishness. Okay. So we are in a bit of a bind here, and that bind is pretty simple. It's the classic bind. Our brother needs us to go to war with him. He has requested that we do so. And we can't because we have no money. And that was kind of the case when he asked us, right? Like, I don't want to leave my brother hanging and not help him, but I need money to do that. And I don't actually immediately have any way to get more. Which is kind of sad. So we've now learned High German. What will the last language that we learn be? I wonder if we can find someone who can teach us Greek. Let's do all inside Greek. There's this count here. Let's learn Greek as our final language. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we got it already, so it ended for that reason. Right, yeah, we got High German already. So 8th language about to be learned. I think it'd be great for us to learn Greek to add it to our list. The other great language of learning. Of course, there's also Latin, but there isn't really any way in this game to learn Latin. Hopefully he realizes that to win this war he needs to gather his troops and take back the war target. Because I don't want to actually move that up. We want to keep that at 3 because that's how we do this. We're getting close to being out of debt, but we've been in debt so long now that it's starting to feel like it could be real bad for us if if we just go right back into war right away. The problem is he simply doesn't have the troops he needs, and I know he's going to try to fight in spite of not having the troops he needs. I'm kind of, in the back of my mind, have a little bit of hope that, oh god, he's got an ally now. You're done. I don't even know I could save this war for you now. Unless I raise everything, which is completely impossible right now. There's just no way I can raise everything right now. I just, like, completely fall back into bankruptcy. So he has called in his brother, who he should have called in to begin with. He should have actually called in before me, now that our military strengths are getting close to being equal. I know he's in his own war, but bro, I'm in that war too. And I can't even fight that war right now. So you want to go do a meet peers event? Okay, go kids. You're perfectly acceptable for you to go and meet your peers. Let's look at our heir here, our oldest son. Now I want to marry him for traits, because I think we're getting to that point in the game. Our realm is stable, our connections are strong, so marrying a slightly lower stationed woman in order to, I don't know, have good children might be good. This could be good, but I'm also tempted by her. She's 25 and I'm 21. She's lustful, which means that we have a bonus to fertility, and there's also, both of us are getting 10% from both being homely, and this will also guarantee our kids have homely. I think we're gonna marry this alpine girl here. Maybe we'll produce some children with robust. Maybe we'll get some lucky intensifying here. I think this will be good. This is a good trait marriage, which at this point I think it makes more sense that we would go after trait marriages when we can. Because we are well established. Our family bloodline is connected to many other significant families. We haven't really looked at the family tree in a bit, so let's just do that right now. Oh, we're about to get a legacy perk too. So let's look at that tree. Just open all these up. We do gotta figure out what to do about those too. Look at us all out here. So we got Carlings that have our blood in them. We've got some Norse who have our blood in them. We have this Spanish kingdom whose king is literally going to be of our blood. And then we have the main line people here. Again, lots of people moving lots and lots of different families that we've been part of. Considering there was a point in time in this game where we were afraid that our line could just, if we weren't careful, die right out. It is super, super interesting now that we have basically reestablished our dynasty. Our house is strong. We are the strongest house. We have a bunch of cadet houses now. It makes sense the two kings would be cadet houses. But also here, right? This duchess. You know? Her children. I sometimes forget about her. So this is... Who is this? This is my nephew. Also wants me to go to war for him. Who is he fighting against? He's fighting against this guy. So this seems to be an internal war. Let's just get out of here. So you are trying to keep territory you currently hold, which this guy is trying to take from you. Oh no, you're trying to take Cumberland, eh? I'm guessing that your father handed this out when he absolutely probably shouldn't. No, that's fine. That was a piece of land I handed out, I think. You know, I'm gonna accept this because I could probably have a really strong impact on this war by raising a very, very small number of troops. Yes, that's what I suspected. So we could go to here. We could raise all our men-at-arms until we're, of course, in a pretty bad position again. How are we sustaining them now when we weren't before? Very interesting to me. And then we're gonna not take everything here with us, so we are going to split off an army. We're gonna take our longbowmen, our huscarls, and our onagers, and then we're gonna take all of our knights, and we're gonna leave the bowmen. We're gonna disband that portion, and we're only gonna take this portion. In charge of this army, we're gonna place our marshal. Yes, I think so. Yeah, that seems just fine, so we'll put the marshal in charge. And let's just assist in this war. Because I think this number of troops, although it will cause us to have debt, this number of troops will probably be able to just win this war straight out. And it's not a lot of debt we'll be taking on here. Aethelgifu has come of age. She is one of our two Occitan daughters. She's betrothed to this Prince Joffrey over here in Lotharingia, the future king of Lotharingia. Let me see here. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Our son, Prince Minvir, can get married. He's 18 now. We should probably find him someone. Who, though? Who do we find you? I don't think we're going to marry him for traits. I think we're going to marry him to have an alliance of his own. Is this Anglo-Saxon? I think we're gonna go with this marriage for him. It's very internal. Very, very internal. I think that this is appropriate. I mean, it's not eternal. It's like, this is, I think... Which kingdom is this in? Yeah, this is in North Cornwall. We're gonna do that. Strengthening the bonds between the three kingdoms. Okay. So we actually do barely make money with this number of troops raised. And we have learned our final language, so we now learn no Greek, and we're just gonna make this guy like us better like we did with everyone else. We've done an excellent job of learning all of our languages. That's one major goal completed. He is now the truest polyglot. So we captured this guy right here. Is he worth anything? He is worth 10 gold, but he won't do it while we're still at war. It's fine. We'll talk about it after. And I feel comfortable helping out with this number of troops. Mark of distinction. Our banner has increased in renown and thus quality, as it should be. It now gives us more prestige, more renown, and our court grandeur goes up. Very, very nice. Let's just take a moment. Which of our two banners is this? It's this one, right? This one is now famed, the Prydain Dynasty banner. Look at that. Wonderful. Hey, what happened? Oh no, it's still there. We still have the Great Aurochs hide and the Rose Skull. The Hunter's Skull. We've got more people that we have caught here that seem to be worth a little bit of money. We have now reached shared ideas, which was a huge goal for us. Greatly should speed up the amount of time it takes us to learn important technologies. We should also be thinking about what we're going to do next. I don't think we're going to be continuing this. Respected Traditions is cool, and I do like the Cultural Embassy. I mean, this is probably actually something we will do. So I think we're going to go up to Respected Traditions. We might even finish this line. I think we're going to go at least this far. I don't think we're going to see much past there, though. We might come down here to Glory. Or maybe we start on Noble Veins now that we're thinking about traits for the distant future. So let's finish out this siege. Help our nephew out. So they have finally gained victory in Alba, which is great. Since this size of army can basically exist endlessly, like, we're gonna attach this to them so that maybe with the help of our brother's troops he can win the war. I'm not so worried about having lots of money while we're helping with all these wars. So we've finished our motte, right? Yes, so we have finished a new fort, right here, and we're just gonna hold this for now. Not this one. It's actually this one we're going to hold for now. So this is going to be ours. We're eventually probably going to hand it out maybe, but I don't know. The whole purpose of this was to have some place to put like a new bowman unit. Because we have two places that are developed for bowmen, and I'd like to have another, which is why we built this fort. I think we'll do okay at this point. Once we win this war for them once and for all, I will send these guys over and attach them to the army of the three brothers here. And then I think with that together, they will win their war. New hobby. My best friend, Queen Helga, approached me with a big smile. She wants us to... What does she want me to do with her? we finally see each other. We're literally married. I mean, I know you have your own territory that you spend all your time in, and I have mine, but we do see each other a lot. I mean, enough to have produced this enormous pile of children. But sure, you miss me. I get it. I get it. You miss the people you care about, even if you do see them with some frequency. There's a famous wandering minstrel. Of course I'll go and see the minstrel with you. Why wouldn't I? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go and see the minstrel together. That sounds like a spectacularly fun thing to do. This is going to be done soon. And once this is done, this war will be over. We will then move these guys over here to deal with this. Hopefully we get another influx of cash soon. Someone is plotting to kill me. Why would someone plot to kill me? Who has anything to gain from that? It's not one of my children, is it? My children all love me. Who would plot to kill me? I think he'll stop this. I really do. I think he will. So I'm just going to depend on that to be true. We're actually also in the best place we could possibly be for our own scheme defense, because we have our wife on. Oh, that's weird though. Who would want to kill me? Everyone likes me. I don't have any rivals hidden in here, do I? Like, look at how much people like me. Look at how much people like me. Even my vassals. Even the vassals that I ignore and give no, like, credence to like me good. And will like me more as time passes. We just hit 50. We're still feeling fine, though. Veteran traveler. Exotic food. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna send this army down to join in and attach to one of the armies of our two brothers. You gotta click this, okay, man? You don't want to test these fights. There's no reason to test these fights. I'm going. So I would recommend to you that you fix this. Okay, today my son Sigric was taught a lesson in vassal management by Cerneu. It was quite a complicated course, necessary but perhaps a little beyond his grasp. My subjects only ever wish me well. I will trust my subjects indiscriminately, so that we can build the realm together. Ooh, sweet gullible child. You know, no, I am trusting, so I agree. I agree, my son. Yes, I agree. You should absolutely trust people. Why are you not clicking this, AI? What's in your mind? Thank you. What is in your mind, you arcane AI? All right, now that we are finally going to be helping our brothers here out, I wish I'd been able to help my brother in the north out, but he had it handled the whole time. Now that we're going to be able to attach here and help out, I think we're going to call this the end of the episode. We have mostly helped and participated in wars this episode. We are about to hit another point of increase here in Oxford as this zips up. This betrothal is finally going to happen. Setting up a... What's happening? Why? You wanted this. Okay, let's pause here. Yeah, they're married. I was gonna say, there has to be a reason why it's giving me like 1,000 negative. There's 1,000 negative because they're married. They're married. Our court physician died, and I didn't notice, and I'm about to send men into battle. Do we have anybody who can do this? No. So just quickly, I am going to find a physician. Actually, what I should do instead is marital status, unmarried, diplomatic range, inside court. So that's my daughter. Let's see, we have this knight here. He's pretty good, so let's see if we can find a... Nope, that's a no. A physician. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me the next time we are here with King Ricat. Very rapidly, we are driving up the development in the center of Cornwall. Hopefully, we will see it hit its goal of 30 before very long. I don't know how the future is going to play out. Let's see who's the most intelligent. First is what we want, and then second, she's deceitful. I don't know if that's good. She's trusting. think she's 39, though. I'd rather somebody relatively young. I mean, maybe we're going with the deceitful lady? How old is he? He's 34, so I guess 30 wouldn't be a bad age for him to marry. We find somebody who is just lusty 31-year-old. I bet they'll have kids. Let's do this marriage. And I hope to see you the next time we are here with King Ricat. We have just got an injection of cash from the old Pope, who has not died. Which is good, because we don't want the Pope to die, but it's bad because it means that, well, it might be good. I mean, we might get an extra boost soon from a second Pope death. We can't really be hoping for the Pope's death. That's so blasphemous. We should hold court next time. Yeah, so next time we're going to continue helping over here in this war. We're going to hopefully hold our cash reserves pretty stable. I would also like to consider going on my next journey, which will be probably, I guess we could do the short journey next, because it probably costs less, one of the two short ones, or we could go out all the way to Jerusalem, something that we want to do as soon as we can. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode where King Ricat continues to push Cornwall towards being the jewel of Christendom and the greatest of all the kingdoms in the West. Goodbye for now.